Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can uh, run PHP scripts from command line or from terminal, and then how you can connect and interact with MySQL server. Now, why would we actually connect to a MySQL server from a PHP script and run that from command line? This is a rare skill, and I don't expect too many people to benefit from these videos. But in general, this is useful when you, for example, log into a remote server. Log in using your command line, maybe using SSH secure shell, and then you want to deal with your um, uh, um, MySQL server to run some queries on it, or update some databases, or update some tables, or add new tables, add new records, or remove new records, or anything that you want to run on your SQL server. As we said, remotely. So sometimes, as we said, you can log in to remote server and do this stuff. Now, to be able to run a PHP script. By the way, I'm using Ubuntu Linux here, and I expect the same to work for Mac OS and for Windows as well. Now, to be able to run that, you need a library called a PHP5 CLI command line interpreter. Now, if I check my um apt cache search, and then I say, and by the way, I'm using PHP5, so the recent one, CLI command line interpreter, and it tells me it's a command line interpreter for the PHP scripting language. And to install that, as you know from Ubuntu, is sudo apt-get, and then you just say install PHP5 CLI, run that, and because mine is already installed, that's why I didn't actually install it. Now, that's a PHP interpreter, command line interpreter, and if you want to know where it is, you just say which PHP5, and it tells me my PHP5 is here. So if I try to run this, it will be actually, just execute. It will be expecting to, see some script. Now, to run a script from command line, this is what a PHP script looks like. You write your script. You can just create a simple, text file. The extension is .php, and then in the first line, using this hash symbol and the exclamation mark, you provide the path to your interpreter. Remember when I ran the command which here, it gave me where my PHP file interpreter is. That's what we need to put there as the very first line after these two symbols. After that, we open angle brackets, opening and closing with the question marks, and then say PHP, and then we start to put our code inside those brackets and question marks and PHP. Sometimes you can use the short version, it's not a problem, or you can use the PHP. It's up to you. That doesn't make much difference. And as you know that double slash PHP is a C-like, similar to C, similar to Java. So you can for comments you can use double slash, and that's in blue because that's commented out, and then the command to echo something onto the screen, or even if you're running it from HTML document or you want to run it on a web browser to display something, you need to say echo, and then you just provide that value, like for example hello world, and then the PHP end of line. Now to execute that, what you need to do is you need to I'm using Ubuntu Linux, so we need to add execution permission to the file. So change mode plus X and then script.php, and then we can run it by doing the usual way of running something from the current working directory, which is the period slash and then the script name, and then we run it, and then we can find it's telling me hello world. It's executing this command over here. That's how we do it from command line. Again, just to repeat, we need to specify the path to the interpreter in the first line this way. In fact, we can actually run it even this way without using the slash, and it does the same thing. Now if you want to connect to PHP I'm sorry, to connect to MySQL server using PHP from your web documents, you can have a file, .php file or .html file. From inside the .html file, that's how you include PHP. Again, just the angle brackets question mark PHP, and then in there you can have your code. Of course, you need to have your web server configured and running properly to be able to execute this. This is not going to be part of my course, but anything that anything that I'm going to show you which can be executed in here can be executed here the same way on your web server. So you just include that in your HTML document, either .html or .php, and run that on the server. So remember, anything that I can execute here, I should be able to execute here as well. Now this was my quick introduction. In the next few videos, I'll show you how to connect to a MySQL server and run several nice things on it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.